Yo, what's up, lads? I'm going to show you exactly how to make 10 grand in less than 60 days and move to Dubai. And when I say move to Dubai, I actually mean move to Dubai, because you will have a business that actually facilitates you living anywhere you want in the world. So let's get into this, guys. First of all, I just want to show you this. This was me back in 2019, 2020. I don't know the exact date of the picture. I think December 2019. And for me to acquire 10 grand, it would take me 5 months. I used to earn 2 grand a month, working pretty much 7 days a week as an engineer, 2 grand a month, pretty much. And I had no life. And I would work so hard, equally as hard as I do now. I've always been a hustler. You've always got to be a hustler, guys. But being a hustler clearly doesn't get you where you want to be. You have to be in a vehicle to do it. Now, the pros of me working in this job were I got a uniform, as you can see there. I got a hat, a lovely hat that I could wear on the weekends as well. I was allowed to take it home. I got a polo shirt with the brand on it, which was nice as well. I could wear that if I went out for a date night. But the cons, guys, it was a fixed location. So even if I made 30 grand in a month, not two, if I earned 30 grand in a month, I still couldn't have gone and moved to Dubai because my job tied me to a location. You just can't do it. And I realized it weren't money that I wanted. I didn't want money. I simply just wanted freedom. I wanted autonomy. I wanted to just work. It's not that you avoid work. You don't get rich and wealthy and have freedom by avoiding work. You get it with work. But you've got to be in a vehicle where you can wake up wherever you want, where you can work at the times you want, or when you can train at the times you want, when you can go out on a date at the times you want, right? That's what it's all about. It's not about money. You don't want money. I promise you guys, you don't want money. You want freedom. Now, what does 10 grand look like? I mean, in less than a day. You know, I've earned 10 grand by 5:45 a.m. before. I'm not saying I do that every day, right? However, very possible. And I'm not saying, oh, you guys are going to go and earn 10 grand in one day. That would just be stupid. Maybe you do, but I'm not going to make bold promises on that extreme. But the pros to what I do now, running an online coaching business, location freedom. I'm here now in Dubai, but you don't have to come to Dubai. You could be in Miami. You could go to Bali. I've lived in Bali for a bit. You could go to Thailand. You could just travel Europe. You could get a supercar and drive around Europe and just work from your laptop. I've done that for a little bit before, and I know a lot of other guys that do the same. Cons. There are no cons unless, you're a complete loser and you hate your life anyway and you hate yourself. But if you're a G, if you're a good guy, there's no cons. What are the cons to this, guys? Just chilling on a Friday afternoon. And I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm going to drop some wisdom bombs. So let's do it. All right? And you can move to Dubai. But, guys, enough talking about me, because this can seem extreme. You're like, oh, it's all right for you, Tom. You've been doing this for a few years now. I want now. I'm going to show you some proof of the pudding. Just before I show you exactly how to do everything, right? So you actually have some belief. So ignore the branding on this, like the picture of me posing by the pool and outside my villa, and the branding, the new standard, da-da-da-da-da. This is actually just a screen grab from a course of mine, okay? But in here, you can see we've got some screenshots here. 4,800 collected today, 2,400 yesterday. Boom, someone there saying 3,750 in one day from selling a 6-month coaching package. 875 in one day. 225 first client ever landed. Boom. This guy here, you can see on the left, this is Australian dollars. So it's probably more like 1,700, okay, UK wise, I believe, roughly 50%. That was his first day ever. So this guy actually, he signed up with me literally about a week ago. He started working with me and we built him out his coaching product, his offers, his systems. We gave him the blueprint to run with his social media. And the first day we soft announced, we don't do big launches, guys. Launches and challenges is fucking stupid, right? We just are the guy that kills it, right? The first day we soft launched, we just introduced it, we just poked it out there. He sent me this screenshot 1 hour after announcing it for the first time. 3,600 in the bank account. At the end of that day, 5 grand dropped within 8 hours. Imagine that, guys. So I'm telling you, you can make 10 grand in 60 days. My client this week did 5 grand in 8 hours. I'm going to show you guys how to do all this, by the way, in the next slides. I'm just showing you that you need to go for it. Here, we've got a client. This guy did 25 grand in a month, right? This was ages ago, doing more now. So that's just some belief for you guys, because it's all right me saying, oh yeah, but 20 odd grand in a day, Who gives a fuck, right? Who actually gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck, right? My point is, so can you. So can you. You can do exactly what I've done too, right? I am no different to you. I am you, you are me. The only difference is our habits, our mindset, our belief systems. And I can obviously, my job now is I have to share that with you because I want other guys to win. I want to help as many other guys come from where I were. I was a complete loser. I guarantee you I've come from a lot further behind where you are right now. You can do this too, right? I'm going to show you exactly how. So here I've got how we can actually package up a service of yours and make money online, being fulfilled, following your purpose. But before we even get into this, guys, I just really want to just touch on what even is money, because most people are trying to attract money or earn money, but they don't even know what it is. They just think it's just this piece of paper. It's not. Cash is trash, guys. Money is currency, first of all, and currency stems from the word current, which means it's flowing, right? You've just got to get in the flow. All right. But if we come down to the origin of money, it's value. It's just a form of exchange. So value could be entertainment. People pay comedians. Value could be education. People pay for university. Fucking idiots, unless you want to be a doctor, fair dues, right? But that's it, guys. People pay 70 grand on university and don't pay, and come out with like a 30K salary job and won't spend 1, 2, 5, 10K on learning from people who earn millions and actually have a life of freedom. It's crazy, but that's another story. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Money is value, education, entertainment, etc. Now we're going to be talking about education. I run coaching businesses. I started off with my first business, physique coaching. Then we had a physique and mindset. I've still got that program. And now I help people do exactly this, build their business, build their life, have a big impact, and live a life of freedom. So we've got 2 packages at the minute. But that's, again, I'm not going to go off down rabbit holes. The first thing we need to do once we know money is value, we have to think, okay, where are we valuable? All right, we have to just exchange value. The reason, guys, this version of me, it took me 5 months to acquire 10K, was because I had value. Not too much at the start. I hadn't started building my physique at this point, but I was using the wrong value. I was giving a form of value to my boss, but I had other forms of value, and you guys are probably going to be in the same boat. You've got value in you that could be leveraged over there, but you're using a replaceable form of skill or value right now to give to your employee, and that's why your employer, which is why you're not earning what you want to be doing. Right? You have to shift into your heart, into your brain, and think, where else do I have value? Okay. And then we can use that value in an online space where we're not just helping one person, we can service many people in an online space. So jumping back here, the first thing we need to run through is what problems have you solved / skills have you acquired? So where have you already invested in yourself to improve? Now, maybe, hopefully a lot of you guys have already gone and you've worked with physique coaches, or you've bought courses around personal development and you've built yourself up. So an obvious one for you guys would be personal development coaching, fitness coaching. And you may be walking around your office jacked, shredded, and so many other people want to be jacked and shredded, but yet you're just doing an easily replaceable job in your office for someone else, being stuck there. You've got to use value that could be massively valuable and actually scalable to the world online. So that may be something you're good at. Now, maybe you've just done door-to-door sales I've got a CEO client, obviously on top of all the fitness guys and personal development guys, one guy who's got a sales business, and his sales business, he did door-to-door sales, and then it's all about packaging now up an offer so he can teach other people how to do door-to-door sales, right? This is not about just fitness coaching. It's just education online, coaching, courses, consultancy. It's how you can get your value exchanged with people. So where else are you already good right now? Maybe you work in a coffee shop and you're like a pro and you're like that salt guy, but in coffee, and you're like some mad barista. I always get it mixed up between barista and barista. Whatever, we'll leave that to someone to comment. But honestly, you could make a coaching program around how to become the best at making coffee. Then this allows people to get jobs in good coffee places, right? All of this crazy stuff, anything where you're valuable, you can now take online and be scalable and helpful to many rather than just to one. That's the power of online. Okay. Also think about, what do you find people ask you for help with? So for me, back in the day, people would be like, Tom, I know you got shredded, you just done a photo shoot. Like how did you do that? The obvious thing for me was fitness coaching. I loved fitness. That's where I loved spending my time. Okay. There was nothing I would rather done. But the problem with that were, when I first shifted into fitness, I went into personal training. There's nothing wrong with personal training, but it definitely doesn't allow you to make those big moves and have that location freedom, because even when I took my personal training business to 10 grand a month, I was still very, very tied. And that's why I made the shift online. Okay. What do you find people ask for help with? So again, like obviously that was fitness, took it online, scaled that. Obviously then a lot of people are asking me, Tom, how can you help me build my business? I help people do that, right? Your product should be aligned with where people know you're valuable. What would you help people with and speak about daily, even if money was not involved? So the two things I talk about all the time are physique building, personal development, mindset, high performance, building and scaling businesses. And guess what, guys? You got it right. I do exactly that. I never feel like I'm working, ever. So I would suggest where you are currently good, where you have skills, that's where you base your business around. Now, maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm not quite there yet, and that's totally cool. I'm going to show you what to do moving forwards as well. I'm going to cover all of this. But for you guys who you're like, yeah, I've got a skill. You don't have to be the best in the world. You don't have to be CBum. You don't have to be Elon Musk. But if you've overcome a problem, you've got a solution, and there are people behind you in that journey, you are qualified to coach them, and it would actually be selfish not to. Okay, my mission is just to improve men across the globe. I need everyone to be pulling up on this mission together. Now, once we've identified, okay, this is where I'm good. Maybe you're doing Forex trading, you want to help other people do it. Whatever it is, I don't want to go down too many rabbit holes. You can use your own brains as to where you're good. Maybe you're good in bed. There you go. How would you deliver your product? How are you going to get your value from in here, your head, into your customer's head to give them real, tangible, hard results? So, for example, like my physique coach, and I've not put the transformations up on here, but you guys can go and easily see those. But like these hard, tangible results, 4.8K in a day, 25K months, right? All this random stuff, right? How did I get this from here to there? We have to build a product. We have to build a service. We have to know how we can actually do that. So what is your product going to consist of? Is it going to have an onboarding phase? Is it going to give them resources, plug and play resources? Is it going to have course videos that they can just go watch, they can go study? Is it going to have one-to-one done for you coaching? Is it going to have a weekly check-in? Are you going to track their deliverables? Are you going to have a one-on-one call? Are you going to have a group call? You have to productize your business. Now, if we can go off again down too many rabbit holes, but if we're going to keep it simple, you've got low tier, which would be courses. You've got mid tier, which would be baseline one-to-one coaching. And then you've got a slightly higher tier, which is going to be highest accountability one-to-one coaching. So the high tier might have one-to-one calls with you every week, one-to-one. The mid tier, I think, is the best spot to start. And this would be something, if we were talking fitness, it would be you're going to one-to-one coach them with all their programs, their nutrition, their training, the supplementation, maybe even the mindset, and you're just going to give them one-to-one message support through the week. You're going to give them a weekly video support like this, updating their program, amendments, helping them through the process. And that's pretty much it, right? And the video would be delivered like this. The higher ticket would have the calls, but I would just go for a mid-ticket. Courses, in my opinion, aren't the best place to start. That's something you would do last, in my opinion. So just to keep it simple, go for that really easy, scalable product, which gives real tangible value, where you are working one-to-one with them, because you're going to get testimonials back. You're going to get results back. You have total control of it, but it's a very scalable thing. It's not using hours of your time on calls and stuff every single week. Okay, so I would go for that mid-tier. You're going to give them programs, you're going to give them done for you resources, and you're going to have an official check-in with them every single week, and you're going to give them message support. That's where I would be starting for you guys wanting to earn your first 10,000. After that is another ballpark, another game we can talk about. Then you got to offer. You got to have an offer, a great offer, in fact. A great offer, to keep it really simple, has clear outcomes. What are they going to achieve? So a lot of people sell coaching. Hey, join my coaching. No, I don't want to fucking join your coaching. No one wants coaching. People want outcomes. People want results. So people join my VIP coaching, my physique and mindset program. They join that to build their best self, to build their best physique, to build a great mindset, to love themselves, to build confidence, to trust their conscience, to be respected, to build the vehicle that's going to carry them through life so they can go kill it in their relationships. They can go kill it in their career. They can build the life, because when you become somebody that's so undeniable, it's impossible to have the problems you currently have. So that's why people invest in my VIP. And a lot of the time it's because they want to actually build a physique coaching business or a personal development coaching business, but they need to become the man first. So they go there, right? My CEO, they want to have a big impact. They want to have a big online business that allows them to have financial location freedom. They don't want coaching, they want the outcome. So the offer starts with, what are the outcomes? What are your clients going to gain? Then the deliverables, we've already just decided on that from before. I would be starting off for you guys with the mid-tier, giving them their individual programs around what's going to get them results, tasks, non-negotiables to go away and work on, an official weekly video check-in, and then one-to-one message support. I would keep it really simple, guys. Bonus/incentive. So maybe something you're going to give them for free on top. Maybe you're going to give them 5 course videos, whatever. At the start, don't worry about this too much. As you move forward, that's something you can definitely do. And then pricing. It needs to feel like a fair deal. Okay? So don't base your pricing off how much time you think it takes, because right now your head is so programmed to lose from, you're like, oh, well, I can't charge a few £100 for coaching because it would have taken me 6 days to earn that before. However long it would have taken, right? You've got to get rid of that. You charge on results, right? You have to, in my opinion, the best way to go is like, right, let's just keep this really simple. Let's talk about fitness. Okay, so how much would someone value completely mutating the physique, getting in the best shape, 8 to 10% body fat, building loads of muscle, feeling confident, now wanting to leave their 9 to 5, trust themselves, relocate around the world, get a better woman for the rest of their life, kill it in their career, probably earn hundreds of thousands of pounds a year more for the next 50 years. That it's unfathomable the impact that it can have if you're a good coach and mentor. So do not charge based on the coaching, right? And I'm going to put some pricing and logistics here, all right? But regarding the fair deal, come to a number, even though some stuff's going to be priceless, come to a number where you're like, yeah, it is really worth that. People might not pay it, but it's worth that. Then just make it 10 times less than that. So if you think an outcome, realistically, it would change their life and it's worth 10 grand, make it 1 grand. If you think it's worth 3 grand, make it 300. If you think it's worth 2 grand, 200 a month. Okay, that's how I would do it. Now, logistics wise, let's look at the ways you can earn 10 grand. You could sell 4 upfront programs for 2,500. If you have value that you think over a 3-month or a 6-month or a 12-month period is worth £2,500, You could just sell 4 in 60 days, just 4 in 60 days, and you're in Dubai in an online business. Maybe you sell 10 for 1,000. Maybe we look at this more mid tickets, which are a monthly recurring, 500 monthly recurring or 250 monthly recurring. And you would only need to sell 20. Maybe you'd only need to sell 40 of the 250s. But if we're talking on a 60-day scale, you wouldn't even need to sell that many because this is per month. It's crazy. When you look at a number at the very start, I know I did when I used to talk about like 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, whatever, when I was coming out of my 9 to 5, it seemed so big because of this number, and people have perception of what a lot of money is. But if you break it back down into value on scale now, go into many people, if you then boil it back down to how many people you actually need to help and impact, and you've got the whole world, 8 point something billion people, it's so minute. You almost have to detach from money and just think, how many people do I need to serve? I don't wake up to earn, I wake up to serve. That's the key. And money just flies at you when you become valuable and you find how to productize and deliver your offer. And when you're actually a nice guy that people want to work with. Okay? Again, we could talk about this for hours. I'm obsessed with this stuff, but I just want to keep it mega simple just to give you an idea on what you can do. Now, getting people to actually exchange the value with you. A few things here, guys. First one, personal branding. You've got to work on your personal branding. You need an Instagram account. If you're on private, you need to grow the fuck up. You need to put it on public. You need to let people see you. If you've got a girlfriend and she's saying, I don't want you posting, tell her to shut up because you're going to pay the bills now. You're not going to ask her to pay for your dinner. You're going to pay for the dinner now, right? Get it on public. Get seen. Post content a few times a week at the start. Start with your stories. For any of you guys that haven't already seen my how to make your Instagram a money machine, go and watch that video. Anyway, start working on your social media designed around you and your audience. So guys, if you want to help people with their fitness, don't just put stupid shit on it of you drinking pints. It has to show you walking the walk and effectively show you having the outcome they want to have. Right? So be intentional about it. Do definitely go and watch that video, right? Give free value. So if you want to earn £100,000, give out £1 million worth of value to the world. So that doesn't mean 1 million once. It might be $100 worth X amount of times every single day, non-stop, right? Because then once you've given so much value, you get it back. Like I said, currency flows, and you giving out energy and value, currency flows back in, but you can't act with scarcity. You can't hold on to the current money the current money you've got, right? Because it's not current then, is it? It's stuck. So you have to always prioritize getting your money out so you can acquire more value, bring it back in, then give more value back out. Acquire more value, get it out. You've got to work in current, guys. And to give more free value, you've always got to invest. I'm always investing myself in books, in mentors, in courses, all the time. Under promise, over deliver. Exceed expectations always. So whenever someone lands in my VIP, my CEO, my new course, the new standard, everyone jumps in. My only goal is it looks simple. It looks efficient. It looks results focused. And they know when they're working with me, they're going to become an absolute savage. But they get inside and they're like, oh my fucking God. I got off a call with one of the new CEO guys the other day, and he was like, it was at the end of the call, he was just like, I was like, are you hallucinating, bro? He was like, bro, you have just blown my head off. This guy was doing already, this is one of my elite CEO clients. He was already doing pretty much 20 grand a month. And he was like, I have never witnessed so much value. Days after, another 3 grand monthly recurring revenue. Boom, boom, boom. Over deliver, always. The next thing, build relationships with your audience. Don't be that dickhead. Reply to comments, guys. If you're giving out value and people are showing you, I find that really valuable. Appreciate them. Love people. It's not about you, remember, right? If you want to win, you win by allowing other people to win. So don't make it about you, because if you do, I'm going to tell you right now, you will fail. I am winning right now, and I'm still like 1% into my journey. I used to think that this was my end goal. Now I'm here. I'm like, I'm only 1% in, right? But you will only win when you do it for the people, okay? The next thing, if people are DMing you and they're asking you advice, help them. Just help them. If you do Q&As and people are asking questions, don't be a dickhead. Answer them and give your best value out. And next, be somebody they'd actually want to work with, right? A lot of people want people to work with them, but they're not even someone that would warrant someone wanting to work with them. Become someone, always developing, personally developing, always building your physique, always building your mindset, always investing in your knowledge and your skill sets and getting better. Every single day, if you're in the coaching industry or value or education industry, you've got to be becoming better. So people are actually like, oh my God, like I want to work with this guy and I want to continue working with this guy. So many of my clients are lifelong clients. They've been with me years and will stay with me forever. Even in their testimonials, they literally say, I am a lifelong client of Tom's. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. There's someone drilling upstairs. It's pissing me off. And finally, guys, be authentic. Have authenticity. Don't copy someone else. Don't be someone else. No one will want to work with you if they think you're someone else. Just be you. Okay? That's the main thing. People will buy you because you're you. Right? That's the main thing. Next thing, guys, I'm going to hurry this up simply just because there's someone drilling upstairs and it's really pissing me off. Now, guys, come back over, watch this video again. Get very clear on what I've just said. I know I've just rambled through at you for 20 odd minutes, but get very clear. Watch this over again and again until you are crystal clear on what to do. But moving forwards from here, I've written down 3 options. I want you guys to get exactly where you want to be. So I want to make this as clear as possible. If you just want more free content, more bombs, and you're like, yeah, I'm liking your content, Tom. Not really sure what I want to do yet. What I would recommend is go download my free Inner Circle Masterclass below this video where I just go full steam on value bombs for 30 minutes and drop everything. Option 2, if you are already at the point where you're like, I want to be in the coaching space, I want to have online income, and you've got some value and you just want to figure out how to do that, but you're not fully in, you're just like, I kind of want to see if this is for me. If you're at that point, you want to see if this is for you and you want to do it alone, but you want to follow a strategy that guarantees results. You want to make your first 1,000 or 2,000 online. I have created a course that I will again put below. It actually launched today called The New Standard. It will teach you everything you need to know to get going on personal branding, on making money online, monetizing your value. Not only that, but it has modules from my Physique Academy. So you're going to have every single module on how to build an elite physique. You're going to have every single module on health and biohacking. You're going to have videos on how to attract high value women, on networking, on travel, absolutely everything, guys. But that's a great option for you guys if you're at that point where you're like, you want to test it out. Now, if you are already that is someone who's seriously committed, you know that you don't want to settle for average. You're fully committed. I do not want to settle for average, Tom. You do want to go to the top level and you want to build a coaching business like myself, like my clients did, then I will also put a link below where you can apply for my CEO business coaching and get results like I showed you earlier on in the video. All right, so you can have your Stripe account spazzing out like that with thousands overnight. All right, if that is you, only apply for CEO if you are committed to results. We keep it mega exclusive. That's not down to where you are. We take on people who are just starting out, have an idea, and we want to productize it. We also take on people who are doing multi-6 figures, even 7 figures a year, right? But only apply to that if you're committed. If you just want to test, dabble your feet, see if it's for you, jump in the New Standard, all right? Guys, hope you found that very, very valuable. Please like and subscribe. Let's connect on Instagram at Tom D. Pearson if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. I will be back tomorrow, of course.